Cooktown, up in far north Queensland on the coast, is a little history town. It gets its name, Cooktown, from Captain James Cook, who landed here in 1770. He crashed into the Barrier Reef and they got stuck for 2 or 3 days. Obviously someone wasn't on watch like they should have been. They finally got their ship off the reef when the tide came up and they brought it up to Cooktown to fix it. They came across the local Aboriginals who lived here, and the Aboriginals had never come across white people before, and there was a bit of a feud going on at one stage because Captain Cook had captured some of the local turtles. When the Aboriginals came onto the ship, they saw the turtles and they wanted one for themselves. Captain Cook wouldn't let them have it, and it was a bit standoffish over a period of time.
One of these rocks which mark the spot where Captain James Cook had a reconciliation with the Aboriginal people, and after that everything was good and he could repair his ship.
So Captain Cook came on and off land a few times to get his bearings and to get the ship fixed, and then went on his happy little way, exploring more of Australia.
One of the famous things about this cannon is that in 1885 a motion was carried by the Cooktown Council to send a message to the Brisbane Premier that they were worried about an attack by the Russians. Could they send arms and ammunition and officers, military personnel? So what they ended up with was this one cannon, 3 cannonballs, 2 rifles and 1 artillery officer. It was pretty generous, I thought. So they must, the Brisbane Council must have thought that the only Russian that was coming was a 90-year-old in a dinghy.
This is a typical little seaside tourist town. People are coming and going all the time in their caravan. But there's one interesting place up here, the Grassy Hill, where they've got a 360-degree view of the town and the river, the landscape, everything. But it is so windy up there. Could hardly stand up. 3 days ago in Cairns, they had the start of the cardiac marathon to raise money for the Heart Foundation. There was about 260 people riding, and we believe the eldest one was about 76 years old. I've got a bit of a friend here that keeps hogging the camera. I've just got back from a walk that I did this afternoon. Started off in the Botanical Gardens, had a look at their Cooktown orchid. It's a real shame because there's not many in there. They're in a cage, so you can't walk amongst them. People have been pinching them out of the rainforest, so they're getting a bit scarce, so they've got to lock them up. It's a nice walk through the Botanical Gardens, but it also leads on to a walk through the rainforest to Fitch Bay. It's a bit of an up and down track, not for the faint-hearted. It's got steps like this, so you need to have good knees. As you walk down to the beach, you come out through some rocks and then onto the sand. Not many people there, which was good. Tide's just starting to come in, but the rocks are spectacular. They're huge.
This is called Archer's Point, and I think they should have competitions here to see who can have a picnic, because you'd have no hope. It's that windy. We're out at a place called Keating Swamp at the moment, which is only a few kilometres outside of Cooktown. It's a huge swamp, and it's probably got the most lily pads in it that I've ever seen outside of Vietnam. It's also, we're standing on a blind, as they call it here, for bird watchers. Amongst the millions of paperbark trees, feral pigs get in amongst them and root around, and evidently that makes the soil acidic, and it's not very good for the swamp at all, so the whole area is fully fenced. We're at a place called Black Mountain, which is just outside of Cooktown, and it's the same name as you can see, black boulders. What's unusual about this is 260 million years ago, this was all actually below the Earth's surface. As the Earth's surface wore down, all the granite took on a strange crack formation. As the dirt between the cracks all washed out and ended up all boulders. Also in the centre of these boulders is still a big solid lump of granite. At the base of it there's several tunnels and caves, and on one of these signs here it says, be careful going in there because some people have never come back.
If you like this place and you like this video, give me a thumbs up, make a comment and subscribe to the channel. And we're heading north.